Well, we're getting to the end of the day.
Burnt.
You look a little red faced, Mama.
Sweat it out. We
Oh,
worked
see
today,
hold
son.
Oh, I see your neck.
Yeah, I'm burnt.
Woo!
It's called a farmer's tan, man.
Redneck. You're a redneck.
Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore. 'Cause I've been looking for something to change thoughts into motion.
So far, so good. Everybody is accounted for back here in their new spot. And the grass has been mowed down.
Been waiting way too long. Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me.
They've done really good on this grass right here. So that's what we wanted. We wanted them to go ahead and come back here because they are the grass eat machines and they can speed it up a little bit quicker than what the sheep can. But you see, the sheep were right here and this is already ready to graze again. So we've got another net set up back there. You see it's just right there going across the wood line. So we'll let them stay one more day in here, or probably one more just like today. And this afternoon move them again. We'll take 2 nets and put them all in this area right here. And again, they're working opposite, actually we usually do cow, then sheep. In this case, we're almost doing sheep then cow, but it's because the grass is growing so quick. So we're gonna put the cow here, and then the cow won't be back in here anymore because the rest will leave this little bit right here for the sheep. So we'll move the cows all the way back down towards the deer paddock because that deer paddock has been resting for, gosh, probably 6 weeks. It flooded. I'll show you that video right here. I really don't know if y'all believe me when I say it rains a lot here and that we are low, and that when I say it rains, it rains. I'm gonna show you this and this will prove my point, okay? This is the deer paddock. Look at that. That post right there is a 4-foot post. That post where there's a little yellow thing, that's a 6-foot post right there. And it's completely to the very tip. So it's about 5.5 foot deep. You can't even see the poles over here. After that last pole, it drops off, and look at that. Look at that. There's a T-post way back there. You can see the white tip on it. So when I say it rains here, it rains here. It's over 4.5 foot. Now look how much it's all over here. All in our little blackberry thicket forage area. And look at this paddock. It's almost underwater too. Welcome to Mississippi. We're supposed to move on it 3 weeks ago, and that major rain happened and we couldn't move them. So it is actually dried back out. So we'll be moving them probably 2 or 3 days here in this area and then back down there. So within 5-6 days, we'll be back down in the area closer to where the cows are usually at, closer to the house. I haven't really showed y'all much of this at all, but infrastructure is huge. So we ran a water line, 1,300 foot. We've been running hoses, y'all know that. But we ran a water line, a true water line underneath the ground, 1,300 foot, and put 5 spigots on it. 1 being back here with the sheep or cattle, but really more the sheep area. 2 kind of close to the garden and pig area, the backside of the pond where the new barn's gonna go. And then 2 up the main road. So we have got 5 spigots going down the road where we're not hauling major amounts of hoses, because 1,300 foot of hoses, you lose pressure, they tear, they cost. So this has been the best thing. So we invested in more infrastructure, more water going all the way down, hooked to the well. It's been phenomenal. It's saved so much time, so much time. And you see how snaky this looks right through here. I mean, it is snaky. That's why we see so many snakes here. But compared to where Misty is standing, look how much is cleared out. I mean, you can walk and you can see literally everything just because they've been there. So that's the point of these beautiful hogs in the forest. Look how fat they are, for one thing. I mean, they cleared out to where Misty's walking without any worry about a snake. And if she does see a snake, she can see it. Whereas here, this is snaky. And when I was setting the net up, it was one of those things where the whole time I'm really watching where I'm going, because there's so many little nooks and crannies, so much grass and pine straw over on top of everything. But once they finish with it, it'll look just like that. And allows me not to have to worry about burning it, allows me not to have to worry about, you know, bush hogging or cutting. And it just looks better and cleans it up. This is our replacement boar here for the American Guinea hogs. That's Bert, remember. This is Ernie. Ernie will be the next one we process. He's getting some weight on him too. Look, he's got some good girth on him. I'm gonna let him grow just a little bit more. If he gets to be about the size of Peppa, we're gonna go ahead and process him. And that way that'll be our pork for the year end. So if you think about saving money on feed, when you move your animals, they have free food. And also, you know, we buy in bulk. So there's two ways that you can really save money on your feed. They only got about 2 quarts worth of feed this morning. That's it. That's it, 1 scoop. And they're going, because they have all this extra grass to eat and all. Look at, he's already eating the grass. 2 over here digging in the ground, eating probably grubs or insects. So every time we move them, we're not giving them a lot of feed. It's just enough to get them moved. Other than that, we let them live off the ground at least for the next 2 days. And then we'll feed them again heavy once we move them. So it's all about just, once they get to this point, of course, you're gonna be feeding them a little bit more feed or scraps. But once they're back in here, you don't have to feed as much. So just another way to be financially sound on your homestead, to make sense of not spending so much money on feed.
You see all that larva and stuff in there? That fly larva, you see it?
I see that thing crawling around.
Yep.
So what did we do?
Okay, so the turkeys and the ducks, where this container is their bed in there, the dragonflies get in there and lay their eggs, which creates a larva that is moving around in here.
All right, so let's talk about what turkey and ducks. The ones in
the ones in the garage that we just hatched out.
Okay.
So we took their bedding and come and dumped it in here.
There's an egg right there, Harley.
Yeah, there's. Oh, get off my egg! Get off my egg, boy! Get out of here! They will eat those fly larvae, so that's why we brought them in here. The turkeys, not so much. They're not as much foragers as I actually thought they would be. But the ducks will go to town on that fly larva. They actually were in there a while ago and we turned the camera on and they ran out of it. But they will go in there and eat all of that junk, and that means less flies for us. So that's a win on multiple levels. Who needs a gym when you're putting tomato sticks in with a mallet?
Oh, my little mallet is nowhere to be found, and this is a 45-pound mallet. It's about to kill me.
Well, you've gotten a good workout.
Yep.
We might need a few more sticks.
Got them all staked. They look good. Now it's time to get them growing. Give me a bacon and me a sandwich.
You ever wonder if days like these last with one another? We'll be feeling would you find our way? Search the pieces for a hope or a mumble. It's not for me.
right. This is not your expertise. Do you know your left and right?
Yes.
Be careful. JJ, buckle up, Buttercup.